used to tell me all the time, sparks and faith and preparation combined. The road been right here all this time, but you gotta look with more than your eyes. And the small axe Jesse Ryle representing for I Just Star Mindset, rich forever.
Blessed love, pleasant, good evening, warm welcome, mindset program. I just am your host, Arthur Sabbath, to the item. Want to greet the item in the divine name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie the First, Empress Menin the First, Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie I Jah, Rastafari, one more day above ground, and as you know, as we can see, life is our ultimate position. Nothing no greater than that, Zin. Yes, sir. What were there now? Yeah, you know, me never did I go do this this live. I really forward pan the Sabbath and really do this zine, and it's just a one link I from Canada. You know, someone link I from Canada and ask me a question. You know, what me think about the relationship of His Majesty and, you know, the Queen of England. You know, what do I make of the relationship, or, you know, how things align with Rastafari, knowing the history of the British monarch, you know, before Queen Elizabeth. We know the history, so, you know, it's a question I want to ask I, you know, and it just led me to do this, because I never really did I go do nothing surrounding, you know. I don't think Elizabeth need any more publication or, you know, promotion. You know what I mean? I don't think so. So it's nothing that, you know, I wanted to come and do. You know, in all honesty. Yeah, in all honesty. Yeah, just for, you know, for clear the ear. So we there, you know, for anyone who feel like say boy, you know, I just might be doing something other than what is, you know, him saying I go do. No, we you know, we're bigger than that. You know, we're more mature. Zin? Yeah, and yeah, we don't have no time to waste. But this is not a waste of time, and, you know, we ask a question still, you know, why we're not mourning, you know, why we should be celebrating, you know, what is it, what we should be celebrating, or we should be mourning, what, because we see some things in Jamaica we kind of, I don't know, it's not disturbing to I expect, you know, I mean, that type of vibe to be coming out of Jamaica, you know, from the Jamaican government, you know. She was the head of state for Jamaica. So I understand that the people who work for her, you know, they're gonna come out and I don't know, mourn or support the monarchy in this time, you know, in their bereavement. You know, so I don't expect nothing better from Jamaica. I never expect the government you know, never for say what them say. I did always expect, you know, that was coming, because whatever England say, that is what Jamaica go say and do. You know what I mean? You see that over the years, and if you haven't seen that over the years, I think the last 2 years, this last 2 years that we pass, ones would have identified that whatever England say and do, then a couple of days or a week after is the same thing Jamaica I say and I do. Zane, so I'm not expect anything better or different, Zane, from the Jamaican government. England said them a mourn from whatever date to whatever date, and it's the same thing Jamaica said that they're doing. They're mourning from a date to a next date. So exactly what England says, exactly what Jamaica is doing. So I don't expect nothing better or different, you know, from Jamaica government. Zin? Yes, I more of a large up everyone in the chat room. We have 20 people on the live. Could everyone please push that like button if you haven't done so already? Please share the live, it's important. Alright? Yeah man, manners and respect, and give thanks for the eye them taking the time. We are go there for an hour. We're not go there for a long time. Cause me say, you know, we're not go promote or big up nobody more than how they are already big. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah. Cause I see everybody you know, everybody a post this and them a post that and all sort of thing. People are make joke and fun and, you know, I not say me need to make fun or me not say why me need to be happy about, you know, the passing of an individual. I don't see why I need to be happy about that. I don't see why me need to I go celebrate. I personally, you know what I mean? I'm not say why me need to I go mourn. You know what I mean? Me not say why me need to I go mourn. I don't need to. You know what I mean? Why? Why should I be mourning? And why should I be celebrating? You know what I mean? Why? Why should I be celebrating the loss, the life, you know, somebody dead and gone? Why should I be celebrating that? Eh? we are celebrate life. Life is our ultimate position. That is what I come here and say all the time. Life is our ultimate position. So I'm more for celebrate life than death. Why do I need to celebrate somebody dead? You don't need to celebrate that. Who want to celebrate that can go and go celebrate that. That you know, that is one business. You know what I mean? I don't need to celebrate that. I need to celebrate life. Life is what I celebrate. You know what I mean? I have my life. The item of the item life. So that is what the item should be celebrating. That the item of life. Give thanks for life. You know what I mean? You think she can't give thanks to life right now? She can't give thanks to no life. You understand? The national anthem of England say, "God save the Queen," and I'm right now. I'm wondering where God is, if that is really the case. What God, where you there? Oh, you know what I mean? Where God there? If that is the case, so me no need for celebrate, and me no need for more neither. The only thing I'll be celebrating today is when? Today is the 9th. Today is the 9th of September. I'll be celebrating the Ethiopian New Year 2015. Zin, the year 2015 in Ethiopia on the 11th of September. That is what I'll be celebrating. Other than that, I'm not saying what else me need to celebrate right now. I don't need to be celebrating nothing else more than the Ethiopian New Year. Is it? No, but anybody who want to go through one party and thing, that is up to them. You know what I mean? Who want to celebrate, well, feel free. You see me? I not celebrate. Me not mourn neither. Kawa. Me not mourn. But interestingly, you know, we see something come out from Bobo Hill. Zane, and me I go read it for the item. Yeah, me I go read it for the item. Interesting. But more have to know the item views. If the item could please push that like button. Zane, it's important. Me could get as much people on the live here. We only have another 40 minutes on the live. Zane, yeah. 40 minutes. 10 o'clock, top of the hour. We are gonna cut it. Zane. Yeah, me want to know what is it that we are celebrating. You see me? Would King Selassie the first, would he be celebrating this? You know what I mean? Would he be celebrating? You know, he's our king. You know, would he be celebrating? That me want to know. Me want to know that from people. If them things say the king would be celebrating. The best time to celebrate is Ethiopian New Year. Rasnigos, Bless up yourself, you know, Bobo. The king would mourn. RASTAFARI said the king would mourn. Who agree with RASTAFARI? How much people agree with him? But more often know from the item, you know what I mean? How the item see it. Would the king be celebrating? No. What I mean, what king? We are talking about King Selassie the first. Him we are talking about. Would Rastafari king? Would he be celebrating the passing of the queen? Diplomacy, tolerance, overstanding, goodwill. You know what I mean? Goodwill. That's an important word, you know, goodwill. You know, with His Majesty, because the reality is we know that His Majesty and the British monarch, they were friends. They were friends. Isn't that so? The British monarch and the Ethiopian monarch, they were friends. I saw when His Majesty had issues or problem with Italy. Then His Majesty left from Ethiopia, and they gave him a place in Bath. They gave His Majesty King Selassie, the Ethiopian, the black African king, they gave him a place. So we know, say, the king and them was friend. Zin, but the king never bowed to them. King never bowed to them. I've never seen the king bow to them. I've seen them bow to the king, but I've never seen the king bow to them. You know what I mean? But His Majesty and them was friend. Who can deny that? His Majesty and them was friend. Zin? His Majesty and them was friend. Is that a problem that His Majesty and, you know, the Queen of England was friend? I want to know if it's a problem. You know, how them see it. If His Majesty and the Queen of England are the monarch, is it a problem? Because remember, you know, Rastafari, the movement of Rastafari, then I and I, the people who make up the movement of Rastafari, we see things different, you know. We view the British monarch different from how His Majesty view the British monarch. Zin, because remember now, we are a people that have been colonized by the same monarch that the Queen of England come and inherit that position for over 70 years. Then benefit from the legacy of colonization, colonizing Africans. She benefit from all of that. And the King Selassie, I know, said they were benefiting from all of that. Zin? So we are going to see things different from how the king view things. Because remember now, the king, Ethiopia have never been colonized. Zin? Ethiopia have never been colonized. But we who in the diaspora, some other countries in Africa have been colonized. So when we look on this thing now, we are saying about lightning, fire, earthquake, because on fi repair we for how much years in a slavery, we not get no repair, we not get no repatriation, we not get not even an apology. So lightning, earthquake, I saw Rasta, Zin are not just Rasta but African black people in general who either call it no I don't know, push up then, I don't know if we can call it that, but I and I we are gonna say things totally different from how the king look upon things, because we want justice. Zin for what the monarch, the British monarch, have put us through. We want justice for that. Zin, we want compensation for that. We want reparation. We want repatriation. Zin, that is how we look upon the thing. Is it the same way the king look upon it? I don't think so. I don't think it's the same way the king look upon it. I could be wrong. You know what I mean? But I don't think that's how the king look upon it. Because the king is a man where express about international morality. The king stressed that. The king stress on international morality. So this man is in mindset is a total different mindset. Zain, in mindset is a total different mindset, because come on, some people come in your yard, destroy your yard, kill off some of your family, and then when you hold them and you give them couple licks and you know what I mean, you have them in a headlock now where you can just squeeze out everything out of them. The king say, watch here, you know I'm going to let you go. I'm not going to deal with you the way you deal with me yesterday. I'm not going to deal with you so today. Zain, I'm going to let you go for show you say we different. Zain. And the king telling people him say, listen, do not spoil the name of Ethiopia. Zain, in repaying them the same way that Italy deal with we. The king is a total different, I think different. All when the people him kill when the people him kill off the man people. And him have to go in exile for almost 5 years. In England. When the man come back in him country, him say, yo, nobody kill them. Nobody kill them. You see me? The king say nobody kill them. Make them go on. Who want stay? Blessed love. Who want stay? Stay. But only I go stay under the condition of building back Ethiopia. Blessed love, honorable family.
Blessed, my lord.
My lord.
Amen, sir, man. You see, me everybody I talk about, hear what? You see, Selassie, them going like say him run away from Ethiopia and gone to England, right? But you know, so when Mussolini them come over Ethiopia and Italy and them try Russia and invade them place there, you know, say the Queen of England was supposed to support him in that war there, and she never did support him, and that's why him go over there so And then you see in World War II when England them a fight, him go teach them how to defeat that war there. And if it wasn't for him, they would have win that war there. You understand? And then over that now, that's why him come back and him come back with the support and take back Ethiopia there. You understand? So him never sell out. You understand? Him have to make the right move to bring back him people. You understand? So when them talk about say him a go on like say him not care about him people and him deceit him people, when him should do die and everybody dead. You understand? So under that, so him do the right thing and him them supposed to support him and them never support him. You understand?
Which is
and
right.
All the thing when and all the thing when I say what I say about the Queen of England, definitely she bought him for real. And that's the lineage. That's why she bought him. And right now, them not do nothing for it now, cause now she gone, cause she remember she Nelson Mandela, she there having a place and them thing there. She have all of them people and look upon now, right? Meghan, she not involved cause she talk about the Queen and talk about the royal family and say she racist them. You understand? They not talk about that. All when Diana died, she was ready to expose the royal family for the same thing. You understand? So it's sticky. It really sticky. But me not really feel so that it's a good thing that, you know, she gone, you know. But is she gone? Me don't know. You know what I mean? But I just saw my piece there. I just want to say, cause I merely some paper last night and them talk about Selassie this and Selassie that, and I hear that them talk, you know. I mean, I tell them say they don't know the facts, man.
They don't.
You know what I mean? They don't know the facts, cause really and truly, Selassie is not our God, but he is our King, and that we are praise. You understand? And that them should know, and that is my 2 cents. You see me I say?
Majesty. Yeah, man. Give thanks. Where they are called from?
Birmingham, England, you know.
Birmingham. Give thanks.
Yeah, man. Straight. You see me?
Yes, sir. Man, as
blessed, my lad.
Yeah, man. Peace and love.
Blessed.
Love.
One up.
Yes, sir. Yes, family. So the phone line open still, you know. As you know, we are take calls straight away when I itch. You know, yeah, me agree, you know, with some of the things that the Virgin has said. Me agree with what the Virgin has said. Because them did for help. Them did for help Ethiopia. You see me I say? But at the same time, them did kind of have some, well, our father really. You see me I say? They kind of have some little thing against His Majesty. You understand? Because when them forget His Majesty some good proper weapon and thing, they didn't. Them give His Majesty some little whole pie. You see me? So, I don't know if we should celebrate or we should mourn. I don't think the king would be celebrating, because as you can see in other picture that we are display, you know, you can definitely see that, dear friends. You know what I mean? You can definitely see that, and you can see that they're bowing to him. You know, you can see she you know, kind of, she look down, she have her head down. You know, her husband a bow to the king. I've never seen the king a bow to nobody. You see me I say? I've never seen it. I don't know, but I don't know. People are gonna say all sort of things when them see pictures like these, because here why people are gonna say all sort of things. People want to try and discredit Zine and denounce and put down the movement of Rastafari. That's why they would say things like that. That is the only reason, because them have something against the movement of Rastafari, and we are talking about black African people. You understand? Them have something against the movement of Rastafari. Why they would say, oh, the Queen, King Selassie sell out to them. Oh, King Selassie the king for sell out to them. How? How? I want somebody to tell me how the king for sell out to the British monarch. Oh. A diplomacy we are see right there, sir. You see me I say? International morality we seeing right there in that picture there. And that we are seeing. We not see sell out. I not see sell out. We are see international morality. Zane? Because why His Majesty would be a part of the organization of African people? Why would I be a part of that? That did only set up enough for African people and the continent unite. And why we need to unite? Because we have forces against us who is already unite. Zane, and the reality of the situation is the British monarch, Zane, did have how much African country under for them ruling. Zane? Yeah. And if the African them would have united and come together, all the 50th African states, if they would have come together, all of them, you think the France and England and Belgium and Italy, and you think all of them would be living off of Africa and the produce and the mineral and the resources of Africa? If the people them they just unite, centralize, organize, that is what His Majesty did a fight against. That is what His Majesty was fighting against there, you know, when I tell the people them say, yeah, let we come together and be as one Africa. So when we are one Africa, who enough with the once we are say, yo, you see them boy in our place I give a problem, you know. You see the one Africa I go get out whoever I give problem in the place. Because it's one Africa. Zane? So when we hear people are talk about sell out His Majesty or the Rasta God sell out, and no, that is just some unintelligent statement. You see, that is just some unintelligent statement and argument and reasoning. Some educated dunce talk. You see me? Yeah, some educated dunce talk. You see me I say? Educated and dunce. Yeah, there's some educated fools making some stupid remarks. Zane, thinking that, you know, by them saying, oh, His Majesty sell out to the Queen of England. No, it's something on the have against the movement of Rastafari, because some black people in a Jamaica say, yo, this man here, him is not only our King of Kings, but we see him as God. We see him as God. Zane and Ewa. Because of the colonization, you know. It's because of colonization why you have black people a fight against the movement of Rastafari. It's because of colonization. The people them is colonized. So how will you expect them to think? Zane? Is us now who are rid ourselves from this colonization, that colonized mindset. Why we could have said Rastafari? Zane? Why we never sing God Save the Queen? Because we you know, we are de-brainwash ourselves from this colonization. But because the people them want to stuck or stay and walla in the colonization, them say, oh, we can't deal with Selassie because Selassie and the Queen there and them slave black people for how much years. So we can't deal with Selassie. Colonized mindset. Colonized mindset. Zane? The mind of the people them colonized, so that's why them are going to think like that. So them feel say them a fight Selassie, but them a fight themselves really. Fighting with self. Zane, because look, on still no want praise Selassie. On still no want say Selassie a God. Alright, nothing is wrong with that. Everyone free for praise whichever God them want for praise. You understand? But don't come and say, Zane, oh, the rest of them don't know what them a talk about because them a praise one man. We call one man God, and because we call one man God, it's blasphemous. We blaspheming. Selassie never called himself God. So who wanna pick on Selassie for? Selassie never called. Selassie never say him a God. He never call himself God. And the rest of them, I and I in a Jamaica, we say Haile Selassie is God. And we say him worthy to be praised. So we should not talk about Haile Selassie this, Haile Selassie that. Because when you look on the works of Haile Selassie, none of you still can reach to the level or standard there. Because he was the king of kings. The king of kings. All the kings and all the queens. He was the king of kings. So what the problem? Which one are king of kings? We a Rasta come and tell and say, yo, we not king man, we not queen. We never used to call himself that. We still call himself up until today dog and calling a woman them bitch, and bitch and dog are the same thing anyway. So we come tell and say we not king. We come tell and say we not queen. We say we not empress. We say we not emperor. We come teach you that. Before that, you colonize mine, not dead there, sir. You see me, I say, you do so yourself as some little whatever. When we know, say, we are more than just whatever. You understand? We are king and queens because that are the lineage we African people are coming from. Zane, you're not here no European or no Asian or no Arab is no king of kings blood. You're here is an African like yourself. African like yourself come as king of kings. What the problem? Man come as kings. Oh, wanna fight against that? I want to fight that. And you should have glorified that. Say, wow, Rasta, but me a African. And Selassie a king of kings, so, and him a African. What the problem? Eh? What the problem? Before we organize and centralize, they must say, oh, Selassie this and Selassie that and where. No, the Rasta man say, yo, Rasta man say Selassie a God, but Selassie has said to Uno, us, African people, organize and centralize. That is what His Majesty has said to us. So what's wrong with that? Virgin? Nothing shouldn't wrong with that. And one should have glorified that. If you see a boy, an African man, I say, but yo, we need to organize and we need to say which African man today, which one of the African leader them on the ear tell you today say we need to organize and centralize. Which one of them? Other than the brethren named Malima from out of South Africa. I don't know about no other. Other than that one brethren from inner South Africa. I don't know about no one else. Him is the only man. Zin and Haile Selassie I come and tell with this. Haile Selassie I come and tell with this. So what if Haile Selassie and the Queen was friends? So what? You virgin? So what? It make a difference to your life if the king and the Queen of England are friends? And you just never know. You just never know, because probably you wouldn't have no wind rush and all of them someday. Probably wouldn't have no wind rush. Zin, where some of our grandparents, where una fight against Judgment Ball, Haile Selassie, where some of our grandparents, Zin, wouldn't come to England. You know see how them deal with African people in America, how them lynch and burn them and hang them and all sort of thing. You know see Haile Selassie and Judgment Ball, JFK Kennedy, you know see say him and the President of America was friend. You know see say him and the President of America was friend. And true him a keep friend with the African leader, with not just only the African leader, you know, the King of Kings. Them say them go and forget rid of him. You understand? Yeah. And they did get rid of him. Some don't know what really are the problem. But anyway, me see a thing come out from the camp, Bobo Hill. I just want to browse through it quick and fast. As I said, I did only have an hour here, me about 10 minutes span of live here. Please push that like button. It's important, honorable family. Yes, so I could go into this thing. Where it say, no tears for the Queen, but Bobo Shanti adamant that they are not rejoicing. Not rejoicing at all. It was business as usual for the Rastafarian in Bobo Hill, St. Andrew yesterday, following the news of the death of the UK longest serving monarch, Queen Elizabeth I. In fact, Bobo Shanti priests were not enthused about the reaction of the Jamaican government in the aftermath of her death. A release from the office of the Prime Minister yesterday stated that with immediate effect, all flags and public buildings should be flown at half-mast to make a commencement of the period of mourning for Queen Elizabeth II between September 8, to 19. A day of mourning will also be observed on September 18. 1 day of mourning. The public is advised that only authorized activities related to the day are approved, and that all social events should be postponed. However, in Bobo Hill yesterday, Honorable Priest Christopher Morant and Trevor Stewart urged or argued that while they are not gloating over the Queen transition, for them her death represents the imminent fall of Babylonian colonial system that has kept black people captive for centuries. But nothing personal. We are not personalizing it to say man glad, because we have mothers, we have sisters, and we have daughters. We are talking about the system that she was the head of said Priest Stewart. Of course, we can respect that, but she was the head of the colonial system. Remember, it was her Lloyd's of London, her insurance company, did most of the shipping, or most of the ships. Them build in a Liverpool. The man them who did build the ships, them did the chain and the locks make a whole heap of money. Those places are still presently benefiting and still operating. So because it was a business and she has brought it to a science, everything the inner, every drawers, everywhere, document he added. The Rastafarian have been leading the call for repatriation from Britain for the atrocities of slavery and the slave trade. Echoing statement shared by his colleague Priest Morant, reiterated the call to be repatriated to Africa, their homeland. If it don't come, a judgment I go get thicker. There is no one to stand up for our justice. International Court of Justice, EU Union was the present African Union turning a deaf ears and a blind eye. The Jamaican government not showing nothing. So now what? We invoke our ancestral powers of the nature, earthquake, lightning and thunder. That is what is helping us. He said, I feel the great joy knowing that it is coming to an end. The time of our repatriation and our compensation. I ever a chance to bring down Rahab and Babylon for see it falling. Babylon the Great is fallen and has become an habitation of the devils and dragons and all unclean birds. Revelation speak of that. Priest Morant also reject the period of mourning for the departed queen. Bobo Shanti Bobo Shanty here in Bobo Hill and outside Dortmund. We don't get involved in Babylonian business, he said. Yeah, and alright, that's all. Hit there. Zin, right, that's it there. So, I and I say we not mourn and we not rejoice. Zin, because we not see nothing for rejoice over. The priest them said them not rejoice and them not mourn because Bobo not mourn. You know what I mean? Bobo now, why we should not mourn? And why is it we should be rejoicing? But the man said there's a joy knowing that Babylon system is coming to an end. Zin, that is what the man said he would more rejoice over. You understand? Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't see what we need for, you know. His Majesty said we shouldn't even speak ill of the people them who are falling. We shouldn't speak bad about, you know, people who have passed away. And that His Majesty said. You know what I mean? Majesty said we shouldn't. You know what I mean? Cause what kind of power? When me look on that woman there, before she pass away, me not see no power. I don't see no. Me just see a feeble old lady. That's all I saw. I saw a grandmother, feeble and old. Me should not rejoice for over a feeble old woman pass away. Me should not rejoice over that. I don't think so. I don't say why me should not mourn either. You know? I not say. So, alright, they say, you know, the item can reason with me in the comment section. You see me? Let me know the item views and thoughts and this thing, yeah. You see me? Yeah. Let me know the item views and thoughts. Alright, that's how we're going to leave it. You understand? Yeah. The item does have a blessed Sabbath. You know what I mean? Yeah, have a blessed Sabbath and, you know, all a positive vibe. You see me? Yeah, not there stuff we celebrate. Yeah, not there stuff we mourn over. You see me? Yeah. You see me? Yeah, we are celebrate life. That we are celebrate life is the ultimate position. You know what I mean? One more day above ground. That's our celebration. You know what I mean? Give thanks to that. Nothing greater than that. You see it? Nothing greater than that, honorable family. So, manners and respect, peace and love. Zane. Yeah, man. All of the love. And they are them have to listen to me keenly, you know. Not just listen to this podcast, but listen to the other rest of podcasts them, and them will, you know, pick up things. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So, manners and respect, peace and love. Selassie, powers and blessing. Holy Emmanuel I, King Selassie Jah, Rastafari. Cut and clear, jinns and snare, pollution in the atmosphere.